Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so what do we do? We need to check the notifications. Yeah. Oh, wow, okay, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Good. Let's look through these things. Sounds good. Yeah. Compiler warning. Okay. Okay. GCM selected above also appears to be missing a break. Huh. Is that so? Indeed. It does. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Data control. Selected slider track. Huh. Yeah. Also, the indentation is wild here. Skirmish game options menu. Okay, the branch is 069. 069. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's search for this here. Oof. Yeah, okay. Case. Okay, so add a break here, yeah. Oh, there's a break here, interestingly, in 0 hour. Ah, but not in generals. Huh. 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 Interesting. Okay, let's replicate it in the same way. Missing break labels, real classic. Yeah. Add a missing break label in generals. fixed. It was missing in generals only. On second thought, it would be cleaner to fix this when unifying generals and 0 hour, not in this change. I think I will revert it. I will revert the fix again. Revert this commit. Yeah, I think it's better to do it when we like sync generals 0 hour, so then test like, okay, what is actually the consequence of this? Yeah. Speech play looks good. Well, this code is used in the online lobby. It will be parts of the game. Looks reasonable. Copy pasta error. like it should be safe. Yeah, this is safe. Okay. Then I guess the next thing we should review is probably simulate replays with CSV files. Right. Okay. Um, Kabal, can you please look into the ES 2019 compile error? And it currently needs to apply and remove this change to test in his environment, which does not seem right. Can you link it? Yeah. This one. Basically, just this one thing prevents it. Yeah. I mean, it's obvious. Yeah. Okay, then 122 commits. Jesus Christ. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, follow up for that. This adds 2 command line options: write replay list and sim replay list. Okay, they allow you to write out the current content of the replay folder into a CSV file. They allow you to write out the current content of the replay folder. Aha. Into a CSV file with some additional information about the replays. Oof. Okay. The first question I have is, I want, so you use a game client to generate a list. Isn't that a bit overkill? Shouldn't this be like a separate tool that does it? Hmm. Okay, it's actually quite a lot here. Um, Write replay list. Write out list of replays in this subfolder into a CSV file. Maybe this could be a pass replay list. Super hackers comment super epilogue can be omitted. They're already, this is already marked as such in the at the command line. Can be omitted for simplicity. Yep. The command line arguments entry. Okay. Write replay list. how is this loaded back then? Read replay list. Okay, I mean, it does make sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense because then you can create like a button in the game that can then also access it. Pass summary playlist. To do it's a bit unintuitive. Maybe use for this. So file name. What is the plan here? I suspect this lives in the client, so that maybe there can also be a button in the UI to export, to generate this CSV list. This, let's say replay list. This replay list. Okay. Write out replay list. Full success. Write out replay list. Oops. Simulate. Why does this live here inside game main? Shouldn't this be somewhere else? Near to passing, close to passing. Close to passing the command line. Yeah, it's a bit weird, right? Why is this here? Does it need game engine? Why? Why does this live here inside game main requiring whole game engine? Firing whole game engine initialization. Headless. I think this was also already in some other function. No? Yeah, here. Let me see. This code's codes starting from here is identical to the one in the function above. This can be refactored to reuse that under a common name. For example, setup replace simulation, setup I don't know, setup on a common name. Yeah, what name would that be? Like I don't know. Prepare, nah. Setup, replay, simulation. Setup, replay, simulation. Yeah. For example, namespace, or just for example, setup, replay, simulation. Or prepare for replay simulation. Prepare clients for replay simulation. Yeah. There we go. I just realized now that I just realize now that it is strange. It's strange that this preparation for the client is done here in the command line parsing. So for example, passing the replay arguments, passing the minus replay command line arguments means this setup is being called many times, passing the repeated depending on how often it is used in the command line. It looks like it should be moved somewhere else. Not sure. Maybe not. Actually, maybe it's supposed to be here because the instance will be created right afterwards. So it must be here. Yeah, it must be there. Yeah, it's a bit inefficient for this one here because it does it over and over. Yeah, but okay, I guess it has to be like this. Okay, but at least put it into this function. Yeah, and then maybe yeah. For example, this could be called yeah, I think what would be better is if it was called let me grab this this branch so I can look at it more easily. Which branch is it? Sim replay lists. Sim replay lists. There we go. There we go. That's good. So that refers to continue button now shows after normal playback. Oh, did I break something? Continue. Okay, so let me take our generals. All right. So basically, let me go to command line, file. Here. So I think what should be done is sim replay list sh. Is that the correct branch? Sim replay list. Sim replay. Pass command line. I'm a bit confused about this. It doesn't look the way I expected it to look. What is this? Ah. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so I wonder if instead it should be called in here and pass command line for startup. Yeah. So this one, params for startup, it will pass these guys, yeah. Yeah. So then here my suggestion will be, I just realized now that it's strange that this preparation for the client is done here in the command line passing. So for example, passing the repeated replay command means the setup is being called many times depending on how often it's used in command line. I think this can be safely moved into moved at the end of called as if the global data replace empty dots, then call this after replay play. Oh. I will make a fix for it later. Take a note. Fix, replay, continue button. Good. Okay, let's call this a debug button. Say this sort. Okay. Okay. So I think we looked at the small things here. So what is left to review is actually the implementation, right? The CPP. Here we can also say camel case. Camel case function name. Okay, so get replay map info. Replay extension. Isn't there? Move last char. Let me search for this here. Get replay map info. Replay menu. There's a function. There's a function remove replay extension in replay menu. Perhaps we can move it more accessible. We can move it somewhere more accessible and reuse that. And replay menu.cpp. Yeah. Oof. Get replay map info. That function also looks very familiar. Shouldn't it be this one here? This function, I think this function is a duplicate. This function is a quasi duplicate of replay map info from replay menu.cpp. We better move it somewhere more accessible and reuse that. Yeah. Yeah. This whole function can be removed, and we can use these two that already exist here. There's no need to rewrite this again. Okay, so the rest to review is this function, which is 200 lines of code. Oh no, there are more functions. Oh, okay. Okay. Read line from file. Oof. 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 I didn't imagine that he would implement it this way. Oh boy. So he implemented a lot of low-level stuff for reading a line from a file, but then also to get a tokenization, and then also CSV formats. So it's all in one here. All these different concepts, they are cramped, and that makes a code really hard to maintain, because you touch all these different disciplines, right? Like how you read the file, how you tokenize, how you read and write the CSV. Like there's a lot of responsibilities here in this code, right? And there are no easy abstractions. So there's no tokenizer, no easy abstraction to just read a line from the file. Well, there's this function which I guess is somewhat easy, but like, is it really necessary that we implement this? Can't we just use std stream for this? Yeah. Oof. Let me search for a VC6 C++ 98 CSV file reader and CSV file reader. All right. It would be C++ 98 CSV file. Reading a CSV file. C++ 98. How to read and parse CSV files. C++ CSV file. I don't know how to. Let me ask ChatGPT. Is there an open source CSV library that will work with C++ 98? So, yes, few open source. Let me see. Fast CPP, okay. At least older versions. Features header only, no dependencies, high performance. That's what I like to hear. High performance. CSV reader. Yeah. These high level abstractions that make it so much easier to conceptualize this. Simple iterator style API with no C++ 11 specific features. Tiny CSV. Simple CSV parser. Given the simplicity of CSV, especially if you need some basic, you might consider writing your own CSV parser. Parse CSV line. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so there's tiny CSV and there's this. Oof, page not found. Well, tiny CSV. Let's search for it. Tiny CSV. Oh, well, that's not it. Here, hold on. Tiny CSV. Maybe that's. Oh, .NET. Oof. Also .NET. Oof. Okay, fast C++ parser. Needs a standard conformant C++ compiler. Okay. Okay, that doesn't work. Tiny CSV C++. 11 years ago. Tiny CSV. Oh, it looks fairly simple. I'd use, yeah, get flow in it. What's the license? MIT. The next token. Let me read from file. Okay, where do we add our comments? The CSV format is very the CSV reading and writing is embedded with this replay list code. I suggest to decouple these. To simplify the so as to decouple it so that replay list specific code is separate from the code that deals with the CSV format. This makes it much easier. This will make it easier to understand and maintain this code and reuse the CSV format for other things in the future. Simulate replays. When so needed. Here's a sample. Here's a sample CSV. Here's a simple a simple CSV file for reference. Can this read and write? Yeah, load and save. It's not much here, right? Save. Very simple. Can this read strings? Yeah. Set string, get string. Does it also use quotes? Maybe it does not, but that could be implemented. Yeah. I suggest to also decouple the CSV format from the CSV reader, CSV writer. CSV file reader, CSV file writer. Also try decouple the CSV file from so that CSV could also be used from other data sources. Yeah. This can be done by yeah, also decouple the CSV format from the CSV file. So the CSV can also be used from other data sources. By templating CSV class, templating the CSV class. I can help you create that. I feel like it should not be much work. AI chat can also help generate the starting points for this. Yeah. So basically, we have one class that deals with a CSV format, like what fields it contains and how it's read and written. Yeah, how it's read in yeah, written, and then another that dumps it into the file. I mean, yeah, essentially you just need to have like a read-write function. You just give it a data stream. So you just output a string. Yeah. So basically the CSV file, it just accepts string. Yeah, it just is from other data sources. Can be used other data sources. I think the simplest. I think a simple way to do that is by making the CSV class read and write from string. To read and write from or not even from string, from IO stream like objects. Yeah. Yeah, then you can pass an F stream or you can pass other things, right? IO stream. Doesn't have to be IO stream, but something like it. Yeah. You can abstract that. You don't have to use. It doesn't have to be IO stream specifically. I mean STD IO stream, right? It can be something something that you can plug IO stream into, right? Like an F stream or STD string or something like that, right? Does not mean it has to be STD IO stream, but something that can then be used to read and write from things like fstream, SC string, ASCII string, etc. SCD, fstream, or yeah, it's from the file read writes. Yeah, it's too much in here, right? It's like with the token stuff. Here it's reading the file, right? Here it's tokenizing it and interpreting it. Like this, it's not no abstraction here, right? Here's a tokenizer. Here's a reading from a line. Yeah, I think this can be simplified. Yeah, write out replay list. Okay, this one is very specific to the replay. Yeah. Pass check. What is that? Fast check. Ah, okay. Let's see. Get list of replay file names. Looks like that this can be this this can be a separate function for clarity. Yeah, this is one function here, this code. Yeah, no need to put it here in this here. Found seeds. Found seeds, what is that? Seed? Oh. And the seed is where's it taken from? Seed, info get seed. But is that really unique? Get seeds. M seeds. Get tick count. Tick count. Oof. Yeah, this is Is this really a reliable thing? exceed insert. Is this seed reliable for this purpose? Seed is generated like so. Get tick count, but tick count is milliseconds, right? Milliseconds. Yeah, this should be unique enough, right? Yeah. Like, what are the chances that there are two completely different games that have the same tick count, this exact same millisecond? It's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. It's probably good enough. Yeah. It probably, maybe it becomes a problem when you go into millions of replays, right? If you just have thousands of replays, then it's probably never a collision. And even if, then yeah, not a big deal, right? You skip some. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Yeah. Copy file. Copy file. Yeah, I think before I continue reviewing this further, we should do this split and then look at it again. Yeah, split the responsibilities. So move the tokenizer and the CSV read and write out of this file and just have the replay list management in here, and the CSV, yeah, will just be controlled through this. Yeah, I think that would be great. If Helmut needs help with this, then I can help him. I will check for his answer. This is replay code. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this can be done. With AI chat, we can probably generate like a start base, just get something to get started with, and then fine tune it to our needs, and then then replace here all the stuff that is CSV specific and make nice, easy abstractions. Get path of CSV file relative to replay folder. Replay there. Relative folder. Okay, I will take a break here, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take a break here. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.